All right, welcome everybody to the third episode now of VALR Unfiltered, Money, Meaning and Society. And today I have the wonderful pleasure to speak with Bu Salem. Bu, welcome to the show today.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure, and I was anticipating this for the last week. So sorry for giving you a hard time to prepare this up, and I wish it will be a successful one.
Yeah, no problem, Bu. I'm very happy to speak with you. You're a valuable brother to me, very dear to me, and I've worked with you before, of course, in Dubai, and haven't seen you in a long time. I hope you're well.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Alhamdulillah, everything is going great. Alhamdulillah, and we are
All
still
right.
pushing to forward. We're still pushing forward.
Yeah, I hear. So, of course, very recently there was Token 2049 in Dubai. I saw some pictures of you online uh, coming across my screen and thought about you, and it must have been a crazy time, I would say.
It is. It is. Once 200 nationalities gather in the same place, exchanging their knowledge, exchanging their experience, interacting with us, interacting with our culture, interacting uh, with our even goals and benefits that we are aiming to reach here in Dubai, and looking to the people, their success story, their failure that we learn from, all this it's really an awesome experience. And we're not talking about just one experience or one story, thousands and thousands of story in a daily basis, and it's great to be here, honestly.
Very cool. You know, Bu, let me just give you a bit of a context for this particular episode. So, of course, the topic for today is kind of the UAE or Dubai in particular, or a bit of both. Um, and you're the perfect person to talk to because, of course, you've been in Dubai for a long time. You've also, it seems to me that you're always involved. You're involved in everything, and you pretty much know everyone at all levels of society. So it's very great and insightful speaking with you about Dubai. So I figured maybe you can introduce yourself a little bit to the audience. Bear in mind that most of our audience is based in South Africa. The majority might not have been to Dubai or to the Emirates. So I really think this is a great opportunity to speak about Dubai and to speak about the UAE and to get a good view and a vision of what it's about.
Uh, for My name is Ayman Hussein, born and raised in UAE, specifically in Sharjah. Studied finance in Ajwan University. Now I'm doing a partnership director for UPay. I'm in the crypto almost let's say on and off since 2017, officially 2021. Um, Love cars, love food. I'm a foodie person, basic stuff. There is nothing special about that. But the special thing is that we're always aiming to become better and better every single year, becoming a better human, better person, um, finding a solution for a problem in this world that we are living in. A crazy news every single day. We don't need to go through them because we already know them. Like, definitely everybody sees the news on X, on all the different platforms. So we wish everybody just like to be in peace, to be to kind to another. This is this is me. This is simply me.
Wonderful, and that's of course what I love about you, Boo. Um, maybe interesting. Maybe it's an interesting context as well for people to understand a little bit how you kind of. 'Cause you say you were actually born and raised in the UAE, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's actually been. Yeah, you've seen a lot of growth. Like, can you maybe before we even start the conversation, like, could you give a bit of a picture of how you in your lifetime have seen Dubai or the UAE at large kind of evolve over these past 30 some years?
Definitely, like this is like daily basis thing. Like every day, the city change. Not just Dubai. It's not only UAE. Even the people, the expat. Every single day, there is something new is happening. A new approach to the world, a new approach to the expat that was coming to UAE, bringing their expertise, dealing with, even evolving as like I'm talking about locals who are living here for like working and becoming something. I don't know. I cannot find the word. It's like not just evolving. They are more than evolving. They are learning. They're becoming even better. There we have Emirati astronaut. We reached the space. Uh, who would believe that 50 years ago? No one would believe that. That not just one Emirati. Now we have a space center that take care of satellite, take care of the space shuttles. That's a big step into the future. We It's not about building and towers and that's it. We're building human. We're building humanity. No race, no religion different. We never looked down to any other race or to any other nationality based on their color or their religion. We're all the same. We're trying to live together in a peace, harmony, and to build a better life for everyone who's here.
That's really wonderful, actually. I think you touch upon something, which is that what probably many people can sense when they think about Dubai and the UAE, it's a very forward-looking country, a very forward-looking jurisdiction, very futuristic oriented. You know, people not just on the technological front, but also in terms of regulation or even law, or even the fact that police drive around in sports cars, and you know, it's very futuristic. And I think that, you know, that kind of brings us to a first topic, which is really, of course, we can talk about AI and talk about space and stuff, but I guess this podcast should be more dedicated to a conversation around crypto, and perhaps, you know, and usually it's a cliche word for me, but I guess in the UAE actually it makes sense to talk a little bit about blockchain in the UAE. And what I mean by that is, you know, we've seen, of course, VARA, the regulator, you know, actually globally the first regulator really dedicated to regulating crypto. I think that's already quite an achievement. Dubai has become the go-to place, of course, for crypto entrepreneurs, for projects, for exchanges that want to be regulated, want access to the Middle East. But I think maybe from your perspective, it's interesting, you know, even without mentioning specific companies or names or brands, or just kind of like how is UAE as a country, so the whole kingdom, actually adopting blockchain technology, or trying to make it part of its kind of system, I guess, not just the financial system, but actually more utility driven. Like, what's happening in the UAE? What's interesting?
Okay, so let me start with the background when VARA started and why VARA was founded. In very short lines. As you know, Web3 is a huge word, and there is like the innovators, there's the like very talented people who was working in this field, but also we have the scammers, and these guys, fraudsters and scammers, they lately becoming an headache for especially for us who's working in Web3. That we are providing a new solution for the world. We're providing something better, faster, more secure, and some people are misusing this technology for their own, let's say, for their own gain only. So regular people will be always afraid to go into Web3 because of such people that are available in the market. You know them, like scammer and OTC, scammer in the projects, meme coin have no values, pump and dump crypto and all the stuff. So to avoid all this, we need to have an executive team who can control them. At least, I know it's not easy to do that, but at least to give some sort of regulation for such transaction. And when something happened, like let's say I want someone to help me, and if I went to any police station around the world, I can say that clearly. They would tell you, oh, we don't know what a crypto is. We don't know what Bitcoin is. I cannot help you because I don't really understand Web3. There where VAR comes, that if something happened, there will be a regulation supporting the people who are using this technology on a daily basis. And it helped the adaptation in the Middle East and especially in the United Arab Emirates.
Yeah, that's very good. And then how? That's very good to know. And then how about kind of, you know, is anything happening around? From what I know, like when I was there, actually when I was there, it's quite interesting. You know, on the one hand, there was some potential for application of I would say blockchain, or maybe it's just stable coins, but in relation to real estate. So I'm just curious if there's any more developments over the past 2 or 3 years. And secondly, you know, back then at least, like even 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, it was really a confusing time globally, and there was a lot of doubt around the US dollar. And I remember even in the UAE, this was kind of a conversation that not among officials, but definitely kind of, you know, just in the general population.
Exactly.
Like I'm not saying it was anti-US, but I'm saying it was there was just geopolitical tension everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. It's never been. Again, we are talking in a market being for thousands of years. Uh, it's fiat, it's cash, it's traditional system, banking system. This is how it's going. So they have a problem with the whole system. It's not about US or it's euro or dirham. It's never been about. It's about the whole system. That people are accepting papers with value, not value. It's not us. For us, it always have a value. For some other people, they say that doesn't have a value, but they cannot buy any goods without that paper. So it's an argument subject that we can go through, but it never for us, as you say, sir. For us, digital currencies, especially crypto one. USDT stablecoin, if USDC now, and you see what happened in Europe, they are regulating USDCs and start to stop using USDT in most of the European country. You know, even UAE, we already launched like many, as you're saying, like there, you're asking me what happened in UAE in the last, let's say 6 months. We launched our stable CBDC AE coin, which is backed up with the Emirati dirham. We already, the court released an order that crypto company can start to pay salary by crypto, and it's approved and it's recognized as a payment method for salary for the employment. Again, as you said, the land department not just accepting real life digital assets, even listing them will be regulated by Dubai Land Department. So huge news going on. Today, FinTech Summit by DAFC. Also, they are giving huge shout out for crypto companies to be part of that. So every single day we have something new is happening. While we are speaking, something is happening there. MasterCard, Visa, for years they are they're dominating the market, and now they want to be part of this game. They are already now a huge part of this game. So you cannot just look it in a small subject. It will take for us ever and ever keep innovating, keep discussing, keep looking for a solution for the problem we are having.
This is very interesting. Yeah, actually that fits the narrative of the UAE. It's very fast in adopting this technology actually, and very forward looking, as I mentioned. Exciting. Yeah, exciting. How about, I think that's your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about when we look at the UAE, of course we know that the government plays a very big role actually. So it's different in every country, right? I guess in El Salvador, it's also a government kind of led adoption, where the government is very pro adoption of Bitcoin, especially, and therefore is driving positive policies. So, I mean, for many people, especially in South Africa, they might not really know like how the UAE works. I think it's worth talking a little bit about the various emirates and kind of what government looks like in this jurisdiction. How royalty is kind of playing into that, and then maybe there's something you can share around how they've expressed themselves around cryptocurrency. Like, what's the reason that they're so positive towards crypto and blockchain?
Um, it's as you just say, we need to keep the pace of developing the technologies that's going around. We cannot be like the country number one in the world, as Sheikh Mohammed said, if we are not adapting to the new technology. We cannot just be users for this technology. We need to be creators. We need to be inventors. We need to be people who can create new things. It's not being like we cannot just stay people and using other people technology and either other people tools and just be importers instead of being exporters. So to make it different in our life, to be number one, so we can call ourselves we are on the top. We need to work so hard. We need to reach the base of other countries, Germany, Japan, US, UK, in all aspects, not just in crypto. We are talking safety, security. All this affect the life of the people in UAE. The safety and security, you cannot. It's almost close to none to any other countries. Most like major countries. Yes, there's other countries that like Copenhagen. You will find Singapore. Like, yes, they're safe and secure. But what happened about the rest of the world? People, they tell me like we cannot walk in the street wearing our watches, luxury watches. We cannot drive our cars. We cannot have our like branded bag. People are complaining we cannot sleep without looking 10,000 look on the door. We cannot see all these stories they told us when they come here. So they share their gratitude and how happy they are. They can just like live freely, worry free, create more stuff, but think about other things, not just thinking about how to secure my kids from the school to the home and all the stuff. No, they're already feeling like secure enough to start to think about something else, to innovate in other things. So this is just a small things that UAE is looking for. They need see. We're not. I'm not saying that we are the best or UAE is it's number one, but definitely it's raising to the top. Definitely, it's raising to the top.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I think safety is a big thing. What you mentioned, it is very safe. Why is it so safe? What makes it so safe that that the UAE can be like that?
The law. It's only one word. It's the law. Law. It's applicable in every single one, from a prince, sheikh, diplomatic, uh, cleaner, labor, everyone, doctors, engineers, all of them. All of them that are equal in front of the law. And as long the system is running and everybody is respecting it, it will keep flawless. Definitely, there's like let's say a single incident there and here, but comparing to what's going on around the world, that's nothing. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very beautiful. And maybe, to reiterate my question, it fits into this. There is a difference from what I've noticed, between the various emirates. And so, let's say Abu Dhabi, it's very beautiful, of course, but maybe the atmosphere is a bit different from Dubai. When you ask somebody to describe Dubai, they will maybe talk first and foremost about maybe luxury or even crazy parties, or even the fact that there are bars, like maybe very different from Abu Dhabi. And so I think I'd love you to explain a little bit, like, how does that work? What's the idea? Is the idea that there are just various emirates, or is the idea that
Exactly. It's like we are brother. Like it's like all the states exactly like your brothers, and each brother have a different mood and different style of living. Some of them you'll find them more into cultures. So you'll find some of them it's more into business. You'll find some of them more into military. You'll find some of them it's more into security. So each and every state it have its own unique, let's say, not just management, even vision. Each and every state, and all work under the harmony under His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed. He's giving vision for all of them, supporting all of them in all the matters. It is related to the state, it's not related to the state, he's always there for them. That's why you'll find the people love their leaders, not just respect them or following them. No, they love. And once you fall in love, that's a different story. You cannot find this love story between the follower and their leader in any other countries. Very few countries that have the let's say, similar case to United Arab Emirates.
Yeah, what you were saying is that all the states are like brothers. They might have a different vision and a different focus in how they want to develop their particular state or emirate, and all happens under a single kind of umbrella of leadership, in a sense.
Umbrella. Yes, exactly. So all of them, they work in harmony. All of them, they are looking for the benefits of their people, the happiness. Sorry, benefit is the wrong word. Their happiness. Like now, people they're saying like, oh, let's just like cover only the initial needs of their people. Here, they are looking to make you happy. We have even the Ministry of Happiness for years, not just today or like last year. For years, Ministry of Happiness are trying to secure moments for their own people to make sure everybody, expat and locals. It's not only for locals. It's an expat and also for locals too.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Like, has it always been like this, Bu? So in you growing up in the UAE and in Dubai, has this always been the kind of way, or has it become like this in your lifetime?
No, it's always been growing. Like, yes, it was like there's many things was not available back then, but the vision was there. They were like they had a vision that the country should be in this place already 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 50 years ago. So they had the vision. But yes, not, we didn't have that much of towers, we didn't have much of roads, we didn't have much of let's say infrastructure, we didn't have much of expat, we didn't have much of, let's say, expert people, doctors, engineer, the way we had them, like, let's say, in the 1990 and 2005, 2010, 2025. Yes, it's keep evolving. That's what I can tell you. Every country, that's what I'm telling you. Every country with the right leadership, with the right vision, with the right laws that will respect the rights for every single human on their land, they can do the same story of United Arab Emirates. United Arab Emirates, they didn't, not, it's never been about petrol. Yes, petrol supported the dream, helped them to scale it up. But trust me, any country around the world can do this and even be better with such laws and leadership vision.
Yeah, that's very fascinating. It's especially in Dubai, it's really an interesting, I wouldn't say friction, it's just an interesting mix of things, because on the one hand, at least for me, I associate the UAE, of course, with a predominantly Islamic culture, which is definitely focused on ethics and focused on law, you say, but like, let's say, Islamic law. But in Dubai, definitely there's also a whole other side to this place, and it's kind of tolerated or allowed, or kind of people are let free in that sense. So it's not law in a very restrictive sense that you can't do anything. Actually, people are pretty free to do as they please. within certain bounds of reasonable, behavior. But this is very fascinating, and it's not the same way across the whole kind of Arab world. I'm sure you would agree with that.
100% definitely. Um, um, we are trying to be, as we say, open to the world, and like, uh, as we say, check them in and welcoming them in our country. But in the same time, we keep our tradition, our culture. Be proud of it, not just follow the laws for no, also to be very proud of it, making people understand why we are following our culture, why we are keep using it till today, why we keep respecting it till today. So um, in the same time, we have a say here, like your freedom, it's unlimited. Nothing stop your freedom except someone else's freedom. So you can do anything you want to do as long you are not affecting someone else's freedom. And this is like the general, let's say, not law, I would say behavior. Like خلاص, you start to respect everyone else. You will never be demean to them. You will never um, try to use your let's say your power to take something from them by force. No taxation in such a way without getting something in back. So whatever people are paying in taxation and VAT, you can see it's been to develop the country, more roads, more health system, more services, more infrastructure, and you can see that the city non-stop, doesn't stop building itself. Every single day, new roads, a new bridge, a new infrastructure, new signals, new hospital, new schools going on. So, and not just normal school. We're talking now. They introduce Chinese language to the school. They introduce AI build and coding to their to the curriculum of the United Arab Emirates. So all the students should understand and read coding languages, Python. Many things are being involved. I don't want to just take the whole time and forget about the whole topic about Web3. So to go back again, they even started academy for crypto in Ras Al Khaimah, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, regulated by VARA, regulated by ADMG in Abu Dhabi, regulated by Rakda in Ras Al Khaimah. Ajman is coming soon, and Fujairah already starting to regulate purchasing and selling items and accepting crypto as payment. Um, Banks already become much more crypto friendly day by day. Imagine, like, we never thought that banks one of these days they will start to accept payments in crypto and exchange fiat to it, and the opposite, vice versa. Things are changing fast. Every single day there is a new regulation. Execution is there. Now VARA is not just now giving the regulation. VARA, since last week, they are taking action against exchanges that don't have, let's say, they don't have the correct regulation, compliances, and license, and they start to shut them down. They say, like, sure, you want to work in the United Emirates, please follow the regulation and the license and the compliance steps, and you are welcome to start. Many big exchanges, I cannot say their name, they need to look to their compliance team and like start working on the license.
Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, actually, I remember when I was there. Actually, we had conversations with banks across the country, and there was certainly some openness, but it wasn't yet the time because I think they were kind of still waiting for guidance from the central bank. Yeah, from the central bank especially. So are you saying that that's kind of evolved now into a place where where there is actually acceptance by the banks and they're able to really can they service exchanges at the moment, for example?
Yes. As I told you before, everybody's following the law, and for banks, it's the central bank. And as long the central bank is open-minded about crypto, and they are running through the regulation right now while we are speaking in central bank, they're trying to see how it's possible to have an instant crypto transfer uh, in replacement of the normal fiat instant transfer. Many companies like Fuse, many companies are not just looking to be a payment solution, a crypto payment solution. They're trying to be a full one-stop crypto solution as a bank, like crypto lending, stacking, credit, what do you call them? Cards, crypto cards, all this in one place. And there's many like exchanges in the United Arab Emirates. They are reaching there slowly, step by step.
Very interesting. Maybe two more topics actually that I want to touch upon. One is, maybe you agree with me. I think, as you know, this podcast talks about money, meaning, and society, right? And it's very great to see kind of progress around how money operates in society. But I'm also of the opinion that money is dangerous, and even materialism is very dangerous. So let's say a society that only focuses on material progress, a society that would only focus on making money as a society, I think is a dangerous thing. And you can see various countries on different ends of the spectrum. Where would you, even though people look at Dubai and say, wow, that's a place focused on luxury, from your story, it seems that you have a more holistic view of what the UAE is working on. So, can you, if there are any concerns that this society is only focused on technology and on the creation of wealth, is there a way for you to kind of open that up and say, no, actually, we're also building, we're also working towards ethics and towards actually something that's good for the soul? I'm very curious what your thinking is about that.
I see. If we started in this, we might need 2-3 hours discussing about that. Yes, this is many projects, especially since 2022 and COP28. They talk about not just this, what do you call it? What do you call them? Going green, taking care of Mother Earth that we are living in, trying to be supportive for countries that had crisis in. All this, they are putting it in a system. You cannot just donate to any country. As an individual in the United Arab Emirates, even donation, it become under a system. Like, yes, if you want to donate and you want your donation to reach the right destination, you need to go to the right channel, even to the smallest things. So people here understand what charity means, understand what being kind to other people. Alhamdulillah, United Arab Emirates on the top of, by the leads of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, they are almost everywhere. Turkey, Pakistan, Philippines, Palestine, Israel, all these places, it's being supported. Haiti, they're everywhere. They're trying to provide in Africa, everywhere, like schools, hospitals, or every single support. So it's not just being the, on top with numbers, like, oh, we have the strongest economy. No, it's never been. We should have the strongest human being, the strongest culture, the strongest respect and humanity approaches. It's you cannot just put them in one word. We're just trying to be better person, better human, and this is not by me. It's by everyone. Whoever living in UAE, they want to be a better person. They want to have a better life for themselves and for their children in the future. So sustainability, which was the whole approach for the government and to COP28. So They try to reduce carbon production. They try to use recycled plants all over UAE. So they're taking it seriously. They spend billions of dollars to make this happen. And I think when someone spend that much of no, that much money on something, they are serious. And we're not asking all the countries to follow, but we're asking the people to follow. Like, what do you think it's right? Just do it. We're not using plastic bag for a long time. We're trying to use recycled material. As I'm talking about, as me in general life, we're using glasses. We're not using plastic bottles anymore. We're trying to be more as a role model for our children to see us how we are keeping the planet safe for them, so they can live a better life when they grow up.
This is very beautiful, Bu. It's very inspiring to speak with you about kind of to get a to catch a glimpse of the vision. Many we have users and also audience members, of course, in South Africa. Every country has its own challenges, and its own promises as well, and its own beauty. But for sure, something that I think globally people have noticed is that the UAE is progressing very fast, and I think in this little exploration that we've done today, you're able to give us really a glimpse of what's driving it. It's not just here's a country, it got rich on oil and therefore it looks nice. Actually, the idea that you're sharing is really that there's a very beautiful vision behind it, almost like a society that wants to build a utopia. Is that a correct description?
Yes, at least trying, at least trying. And to be honest, I think we are living. To be honest, like um, we are almost there, and even in a better city than Ethiopia. Because uh, people really start to understand. Even in new people, newcomers, once they come, they they start to follow, and they want to learn, and they want to understand. And even if they did a mistake, later on they start to say like, "Oh, I didn't know. Okay, I will just follow. Like I will follow next time," and they do. And this is like the best thing. It's I feel like it's our mission. Whatever who comes here, like, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. Be careful. This is wrong. This is that. So you don't get fined. So you don't get in trouble. This is how we get you out of here. And see, the laws in UAE. It's never been about the strict rules. It's always about understanding the law, the soul of the law. And here, what's UAE showing the best. And like here people, they don't judge, like the the government never judge their people upon the strict law or what exactly is written, but they see the circumstances, they see the intentions, they see what's going on, and they try to give the best judgment ever. So even if people mistaking, you'll find the punishment is equal to the mistake itself. Not comparing to other countries, you might make a mistake, but the punishment is way far and unreasonable comparing to the mistake itself.
So, Boo, actually, these were all my questions for today. We've covered an hour, but 20 minutes of that was spent on trying to fix your connection. Uh, but no problem, no problem. But I am very,
I'm sorry. It's actually no, because I should set it up before earlier, but again, as you know, I had a busy
no,
day.
it's all,
I'm really sorry.
it's
You
no
give me a
problem.
week, but still didn't know that I need to download it, the application and stuff like that. But it's pleasure being with you. Uh, I'm really shocked that I could speak that much. I wish you can just edit the stuff that it sound boring. Otherwise, thank you very much.
No, but I'm very happy that we had this conversation, and I really look forward as well to seeing you in person. We'll have some coffee, some kahwa, and you know, and catch
Yes,
up, catch
definitely.
up in person.
Yeah, there is a like we should go to horse farm enjoy Arabic horse riding, see this beautiful creature, enjoying a nice dinner with family, with friends. We're waiting for you. We're waiting for you.
Thank you very much. Okay, okay. Thank you for coming on the show. I'm sure people really appreciate your many beautiful explanations. So thank you very much for joining.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I hope I didn't mess it up. So see you there.
Okay, bye bye.